So how do we make healthy foods taste good? Because healthy foods taste bad, right? Healthy foods are really boring, tasteless. Does that make any sense? Does it make sense that we evolved on this planet and the healthiest foods for us were tasteless or disgusting? Does that make sense that we have to do something to make healthy food taste good to us? This doesn't make any sense. Yet this is the concept that most people seem to agree on, right? How do we get those healthy foods into us, and how do we consume these healthy foods? Because being healthy is so boring, right? I'll suggest to you this. If you have to make a food tasty, it's not healthy. It's as simple as that. If you are not attracted to a food in its natural state, if you don't enjoy eating a food in its natural state, if you're not able to make a full meal of something in its natural state, either because it needs to be processed in order to be chewed, in order to be digestible, or if it needs spices, condiments, or processing in order to be delicious. If either of those two things needs to be done, if you have to do anything to your food in order to make it delicious, you are tricking your body into eating something it shouldn't otherwise have eaten. Healthy foods are the tastiest for us. Whole foods, every animal on the planet eats whole foods. Every animal on the planet eats raw foods as it appears in nature. So for humans, that's essentially a frugivorous diet. Fruit is human food. Fruit does not need processing. Fruit does not need condiments in order to be delicious. Ripe fruit is delicious on its own. Many of you, of course, think of fruit as bland and not so exciting, and that's because you're thinking about unripe fruits, and you're thinking about low quality fruits, and you're also thinking about out of season, temperate, cold climate fruits like apples and maybe berries. Yeah, they're pretty tasty, but they're not like, oh yeah, you know, when you bite into a big McDonald's hamburger and it's just like, wow, that's an explosion in my mouth. That's what you want, right? Food should give us that bam factor. And the only food that really can do that, even better than pizza and hamburgers and all that stimulating stuff, fruit fits the bill perfectly. When you bite into a perfectly ripe, fresh, delicious mango or durian or jackfruit, it is an instant ecstatic reaction. It is tasty, it is delicious, it is satisfying. So whenever you hear someone talking about how to get the healthy foods in, or how to get the kids to eat healthy foods, or how to make food more delicious by adding supplements and condiments and spices and stimulants and mix and refine and all these kind of things, concentrate, you know they're just out on they're just a long way from home. You know, they're a long way from natural eating. Natural eating is just eating food as it is. So looking at all the different foods that are available, if you had to choose one to eat for lunch today, you cannot process it, you cannot mix it with anything else, you have to eat a full meal of it, what would you choose? Broccoli? Do you have a big meal of broccoli? Or what about a dead carcass, a dead animal? Just eat until you're full of nothing but raw meat? Is that something you would like to do? Or maybe some potatoes, a full meal of raw potatoes? You know, these things aren't delicious, they aren't satisfying, they aren't nutritious for us in their raw natural state like that. Fruit, mangoes, papayas, bananas, watermelons, cantaloupes, nectarines, this is human food. So don't let anyone tell you that healthy food is not delicious. Healthy food is the only food that is delicious until we start manipulating it, refining it to make it fit our taste preferences. When you take a food that is otherwise disgusting and make it tasty, you've just broken a law of nature in a way, relying on what is appealing as it is. Fruit, 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 fruit.